and welcome to How to Register for Your 11th grade classes. Current 10th graders will register for their junior year by February 1st, 2013. You will register for classes through Naviance. Naviance will be closed at 3 p.m. February 1st, 2013.
Here are the materials you will need for registration. First, you will need your curriculum guide. You will receive a hard copy of this guide in advisory on January 25th. You may also access an electronic copy on the Fossil homepage under the Counseling and Career Center tab in the course registration link. You will also need a computer with internet access, and you must know your login information for Naviance, so your student ID number and your PIN.
Curriculum Guide, how can it help? Reference the chart on page 6 for high school graduation requirements. For 2015 and beyond, your requirements are in green. Compare those requirements with the general college admissions requirements on page 7. Classes are organized by subject area and the table of contents on page 2.
Here's how to use your curriculum guide. First, you will see a title and a course number for each class that's offered at Fossil Ridge High School. Then you will be able to tell how many credits that course is worth. 10 credits equals a year-long course. 5 credits is a semester-long course. You will also need to note the prerequisites required for each class. In order to register for that particular class, you must make sure the prerequisites have been completed in a previous year in school. You will also be able to tell which graduation requirements are met by each particular class. Again, graduation requirements for the class of 2015 and beyond are stated in green in the curriculum guide. Down at the bottom of each course, you will be able to have a detailed description as to the standards, activities, and content in each course.
Curriculum Guide, how to read each course. Some courses require an audition or instructor approval. These requirements are noted either under prerequisites or in bold at the end of the description. To obtain instructor approval, email that teacher to set up an audition or go to the Fossil Ridge registration website to get the application. You will not be enrolled into one of these courses until your counselor receives the approval from the instructor.
Please make sure that you refer to your transcript during the registration process. We want you to make sure that you are monitoring your progress towards graduation. In the first column, you'll notice the number of credits required to graduate. You are required to meet at least 240 credits for graduation. In the second column, please make sure you know how many credits you have earned and in which category you have earned them. In the very last column, you will need to know the credits that you still need to complete in order to graduate. You will have junior and senior years to complete these credits. This student we suggest for junior year still needs to complete language arts, U.S. history, a humanities course, and a finance course.
Logging into Naviance. The link is under Quick Links on the Fossil Ridge homepage under frh.psdschools.org. You need to use your student ID in the email and not your complete email. Only put your student ID under the email category. Put your PIN number in the password box to log in. You will now be on your Naviance page. If you cannot log into Naviance, please email or stop by and see your counselor immediately. The only way to register for classes your junior year is through Naviance. Mrs. Vasa has students with last names A through D. Mr. Murphy has students with last names E through K. Mrs. Smella has students with last names L through RI, and Mrs. Flemister has last names RO through Z.
Okay, you are now ready to make your course requests in Naviance. Please click under the Courses tab on Naviance. It is the first tab on your left. Under the Courses tab, you will need to click on the Course Requests link in the first box you see on that page. You are now going to be directed to the menu screen where you can make your actual selections. Please keep in mind that all juniors must have at least 6 classes per semester for a total of 60 credits. You will be placed in an additional 2 credits of advisory, but you will not need to register for advisory in Naviance. Please start by selecting your courses in the required fields. You are required to take a language arts course and a social studies course. Please note, you are absolutely required to complete 40 credits of language arts in order to graduate. You must take an additional 5-credit humanities course to satisfy your graduation requirements. Recommendations for your language arts classes for next year are in Naviance from your teacher. Please see pages 25 and 29 in the guide for more information. For your social studies requirement, you as a junior will take U.S. history. We have 2 options for U.S. history. Please see your teacher's recommendations and page 31 in the curriculum guide.
Making your requests for math. Your math teacher will make a recommendation for which math class you should take next year. In the math menu, please select that recommendation. Ask your math teacher if you have questions. For high school graduation, you need 30 credits of math, which is equivalent to 3 years. For college admissions, you will need 3 to 4 years of math. It is recommended that you complete at least Algebra 2 or higher.
Making your science course recommendations. For graduation, you will need 30 credits of science, which is also the equivalent of 3 years. For college admissions, you need to consider completing 3 to 4 years of science. Please make sure that you check to make sure that you are doing a lab science for 3 years. Some colleges will require lab science.
Making a request for your electives. It is recommended that you get through the 2nd or 3rd level of a foreign language. You should earn a C in your current level before moving on to the next level in a foreign language. Also consider that you need 12.5 credits of wellness to graduate. If you have not taken any PE or wellness yet, consider signing up for a course. PE 1 is a prerequisite for all PE classes. If you have not taken health, this would be a good selection for your junior year.
After you have chosen your required courses in the recommended electives, for other words, science, math, and foreign language, you may need to choose a few more classes to total at least 62 credits. Again, 62 credits equals 6 classes per semester plus 2 advisory credits. You will need to reference your curriculum guide to know how many credits is awarded for each class.
You can also earn free college credit through concurrent enrollment. We have 3 ways in order to do that. We have High School Select, where you take a course at Fossil Ridge. We have Campus Select, where you take a course at Front Range. And we also have the Career Pathways. Applications for concurrent enrollment are due February 1st in the Career Center.
How do you enroll for concurrent enrollment? First of all, you need to talk to your counselor about which option best fits your career and academic plan. There is required paperwork for each of those options, so please do not procrastinate to get information from your counselor. You may also check in the Career Center with Mrs. Campbell or Mrs. Bustede. Some concurrent enrollment options require a placement test or the AccuPlacer. This can be done at Fossil Ridge. Please see your high school counselor for dates and times for the AccuPlacer. And you may also check in the Career Center.
Alternates. This is very important. You need to choose at least 3 alternates overall. You have an alternate menu below for each category. If you do not choose an alternate, and an alternate needs to be chosen, your counselor will make that choice for you.
How to get your questions answered. If you are not sure which option to choose, your first step is to consult the curriculum guide. Read the course description, consider the credits it provides, and check for the prerequisites. You should also consult with your current teacher in that particular subject area. He or she can give you an idea of which course matches your career path and your ability and interest. If you're still not sure, please consult your parents about your workload, your homework load, and your time management. You may also meet with your counselor. Counselors will be available during B lunch from January 28th through February 1st in the Commons. We suggest that you meet with your counselor there and get questions answered in a quick fashion.
Submitting your request. After completing your selection, click the Save and Validate Request button at the bottom of the menu. After you've clicked that button, your counselor will be able to view your selection and begin working on creating your schedule. You will not be able to change your request after clicking on Save and Validate Requests. It's very important to make sure that you have the classes that you want to take your junior year before you select this button. Before clicking the button, you can return to the request menu as much as you like.
Here's some points to remember. All juniors, again, must take at least 62 credits. You can access this on the Fossil Ridge homepage. Advisors may not be able to answer your registration questions, so it's important to seek out your counselor, current teachers, and your parents. Students who do not complete their course registration on time by 3 p.m. on February 1st will have their courses chosen for them. They will not be able to be changed after that. Remember, there is no priority for students who register for courses first. Our schedule is built around all student requests, so February 1st at 3 p.m. is everyone's deadline. Please choose your courses carefully. Your course selections are final, and that is how we know what to offer you for next year.
You are making a commitment when you register for classes. The courses you choose are the most important factor in preparing you for the post-secondary plans that you are making. Take the time to make the right choices. Do not just pick what your friends are picking. Repairs will be made next year if a class on your schedule is a class you've already passed, scheduled twice in the same class, if you are not meeting a graduation requirement, if you're in the correct level placement, and if there's a change in your multi-year academic plan that impacts your college admissions. No schedule changes will be made for change of mind, work job schedule, athletic schedule, requests for a specific off period, and requests for regarding a specific teacher.
Okay, here is an overview of your timeline for registration. Students will receive their registration materials on January 25th in advisory. Naviance opens at 11 a.m. for students to begin inputting their course requests. January 25th through February 1st, students have that window to log on to Naviance and to complete their course requests. January 28th through February 1st, counselors are available in the Commons during lunch to answer questions. After February 1st, counselors will select courses for students who did not complete the registration process through Naviance.
Thank you so much, and good luck in your selection. We look forward to working with you.